What is the dependent variable? Hello, YouTube. So this is my channel. I'm Dr. David Massac. I'm trying to create reciprocity. The E is spelled with a 3.com, where you can get a proofreading, or you can do proofreading exchanges on there. That is all entirely free. Any sort of reciprocity stuff is free. If you want to pay for it, you can go on there. It's just $9.99 for some credits, and actually does work pretty good. I've been using it from time to time. That's the reason why I built it. But what I wanted to talk about today, and this is a new series I'm thinking of building out, is what I'm going to call Nerd Out Wednesdays. So this is all going to be about words in science, the things that we do and use in science, and as a researcher, from my perspective as a scientist that is studying how organizations actually work. But this actually applies, I'm going to talk about things that apply sort of more broadly to the social sciences as well as sort of physical sciences. So first one I want to talk about today is, what is the dependent variable? What is a dependent variable? Well, a dependent variable is a variable of explanation, or a variable that depends on other variables. So in science, if you are a cancer researcher, you might be looking at a specific tracer, for example, of a particular cancerous trait. I don't know, and that one particular indicator is your dependent variable, the thing that you're looking at. So if you're looking at from an epidemiologically view, so from a sort of macro view, that's a big word, to sort of study how diseases and other things spread in populations, large population studies, for example. You might look at one specific tiny trait and see how that actually progresses or spreads within the population. So for me, somebody that studies organizations, I might look at, so for example, look at a radical innovation, so an innovation that is so different, how that might change and sort of diffuse through a population, right? So when you're writing up a scientific article, and so this is to help other people, the new scientists, so the senior undergraduates in university or college, the master's students and the doctoral students, graduate students, that are looking at this. When you write up a research study, a research paper, what you want to do is talk about the dependent variable. First and foremost, it's the most important thing that you're trying to investigate. I see that a lot when I'm reviewing articles and I'm going through and giving help to other people. You want to talk about that dependent variable, not only the specific relation, not sort of broadly, but about specific relationships within the dependent variable, and that's your most important thing. That's what you want to talk about repeatedly over time. You keep coming back to that dependent variable throughout the paper. That's the first thing you talk about, and you go into that. So with that, I know that a lot of you might not be interested in this, but it's something I thought I'd try out on Wednesdays, where I can nerd out and talk about sort of sciencey stuff. As a giant nerd myself, always been a nerd, by the way, and a giant nerd as myself, and so I can nerd out and talk about science things, and hopefully some of you might find that interesting. And if you do, just come back on Wednesdays. I think that's actually going to work out pretty good. So, and if you like the reciprocity project that I'm trying to do, reciprocity.com, it is going to help out scientists. And as myself, the reason why I'm trying to do it is actually to do A/B experiments in the background, sort of online experiments. They're sort of not evil scientist experiments, but sort of innocuous experiments where you just sort of change one particular aspect. That is actually done a lot in most software these days. A lot of software companies are running hundreds of thousands of different experiments right now, but no behavioral scientists are getting into that. I'm hoping that I'm the first one. Anyways, I'm totally nerding out, but if you want to help out, just go on to reciprocity.com. If you want to help out even more and you think you're amazing, and I know that some of you are already subscribed, you are so cool. Those folks, you're awesome. Just subscribe if you want to help out and keep following along on this journey. All right, take care. Bye.